Hello guys, and welcome back to another Farming Simulator 17. Yeah, just before we start, I've put a comment in the previous video. If you did watch it, it was unfortunately recorded on potato settings, so I'm hoping that'll be rectified now. If it's not, this video won't be going up, but you'll know if it's in better quality. One, because the quality will be good, and two, you actually get to see it. So if you did watch the last video, we just harvested field 20. We're going to move on up to field 31 now, to Mary's farm, and we're going to come down here when the combines are active, and we're going to get the seeders running on this field here. So without further ado, let's get started. Let's use the follow me mod. We're going to leave the headers on, because as you know from the previous video, if you watched it, that I've turned traffic off just for ease of movement, really, because the traffic doesn't yield, it doesn't stop, it has no oh, it looks like he's spazzed out. Yeah, that's part and parcel of follow me mod. Right, let's see if we can stop him having an absolute meltdown. Yeah, and now he's buried behind a lamppost, which is fucking awesome. So we'll cancel him. I think it's if you don't, when they're on a road, they get a little bit confused. I'm not sure. It may just be the combine itself. Let's try again. Right, Control F to activate the leader. And fingers crossed. No, he's just going to snake. Right, fine. I hate this. The follow me mod's great, but while they've got headers on, they seem to just derp like crazy. So what we're going to do is just cancel him, and then we'll move one combine into position, and then we'll do it the old-fashioned way. We'll actually drive both of them up there. If you did see the first video, you'll know I've got I've actually got 3 of these New Holland CR1090s. There's 2 that work in unison for the big soybean plots, and then we've got 1 just solely for wheat, which is down at the cow sheds and the cow pastures. And we're going to actually get that going today. Get that field re-sown. So we'll just start, and as always, we'll try and keep the unemployment down as much as we can by employing as many workers as we can. Unless they're going to dig themselves into a lamppost, which is not great. We'll get this one up in position. I'll show you how I get the combines running and the seeders running on the larger fields. And in the next episode, it'll probably be time to fertilise all the fields. We've got it set to ×3 fertilised states. Right, that's that. Right. Right. Now, the best way I found for using these big sowers is to actually do the headlands at the top of the field manually before handing over to the helpers, because then it gives them that little bit extra wiggle room for turning, because they are quite large when they're open. Otherwise you'll have patchy fields and there's no need for it. And I do like to zoom out, as you know. So let's lower, let's turn it on. Let's just do 1 width across the entire breadth of the field, and then we'll take this one back down to the lower headlands and get the other one to start and then whichever way he rotates, the other one will go in the opposite direction. You can actually start them left and right bottom corners, but they end up running into each other ultimately in the middle. So to avoid collision, just set them. I'll do the headlands and then I'll show you how I do the initial setup for NPCs to take over. So now this should give them enough adequate room to turn the vehicle and the seed around without colliding with things like that building and trees and anything else he wants to derp out as. Right, so that's that. Turn it off and lift up. I do like these Case IH CVX. I think that's CVX. The 380s. So I generally try and get them to the centre of the field. Let's get him turned. That's roughly the centre. Just means one tractor will be running harder than the other. And I'll set him off. And then when he gets to the top of the top headland, he'll either move left or right. And then you just set the other one to go to whatever way he's not. In the meantime, we're going to move the quad track and the lorry up to the field up there, because they will be needed. I tend to use the quad track, which is the slower of the two, because if you use the lorry and you don't put the speed restrictor on, he will outpace the lorry and he'll just break contact. Right, so let's just get him to be a helper. That's it, wasn't sure I got it right there. Alright, tally ho. The 692 bhp on this quad track is amazing. It pulls just about everything. I mainly use it to pull the modded water tanker. Whoa, slow down, lorry driver. What are you doing? You weirdo. He's probably going to run straight out the back of my lorry. Oh, get out and push. Come on. Move, move, move. Using every bit of horsepower out of that. Right, now let's fire him. Did I say fire? I meant let go. And then same principle with the combine as with the sowers. Nice view there, you can see the sower going at it in the distance. So he's gone left at the top. So we'll just put this one on the right side, like so. Doesn't work perfect, but he's away now. So we'll now move the lorry into position. I think we're basically gonna swing him round. Won't put him at this end. Here comes some ridiculous reversing. Yep, as always, running across my fields, not a problem. Now the chaser bin unloads left side. So we'll push him there, and the auger wagon is ready as and when the bins need to be emptied. Now we need to go and find a tractor down here. There's an S-Series Valtra, probably the most versatile tractor in the whole game. Good top speed, and as you can see, reverse speed is amazing. 22 kph. But we need to now replant the wheat field. So this episode is just going to be replanting the crops. And yes, I know this is atrocious. Please don't slate me in the comments. There's all the bales. Oh, he's got 80% tank full. I'm going to put a machine shed up here somewhere. Oh, turns quite quick. Right, we're just going to top this up. Oh, breathe in. Yeah, and these are quite costly, opposed to running backwards and forwards to the store for pallets and so on. Oh, got away with it, got away with it. Now I've got to just top up the fertiliser. And as we're on 3 states of fertiliser, it is going to be pretty expensive, but the yields will be worthwhile. And I use this small Horsch. I say small, in real life this thing is absolutely feckin' huge. Right, so yeah, wheat, that's it. We're not going to worry too much about the odds and sods laying on the field, bale wise. Now we need to get back up to the chase bin and unload these combines so they continue to roll. Well, I was a bit slow. Which one? Alright, so you've got a full bin. If he's got a full bin, that one over there must have as well. Just unload this gentleman here. Gentleman, or this lady. I think we'll name our helpers by the letters they've given. But that's actually a female, so I can only think of Quentin, but I'm not sure what the female version is. So it should just be known as Q, as in the James Bond Brainiac. And then we'll go and unload Harry. Or if it's female, we'll call her Harriet. There we go, right. We'll let Harry or Harriet turn round, line up for our next pass, and we'll line up next to them. And once that's done, we'll go and get the other seeder running. It looks like that seeder's gone left on the field down there. And just make out. Come on, turn. Come on. Got things to do. Time's money. That's a nice possible thumbnail there. Is empty, we can pull away now. Just leave that there. Sorry I keep going into map, but I do not want to keep tabbing. Right, this one's going to need to be refueled. Probably at the end of this I'll go and get the fuel bowser. But that's the thing with this game, you end up getting to about 3 million and you're trading a vehicle, you buy a new vehicle because the other one's costing you too much, and then you back down. You've got to spend money to make money. That's why I don't mind using hired help, especially at this stage of the game. Let's jump out, and now we're going to go and refill the slurry tanks, I think. Yes, we are. and refuel this Case IH. And I've got 2 of these again. I think we've got 4 or 5 of these tractors, but they are the workhorse of the farm. I did have a whole fleet of Vulture S and T series, but there was no need for them anymore because I can afford these now. But we're at a period of the game now where we can afford pretty much what we want within reason. I can't afford too many quad tracks because the speed's not all that. As I say, let's check left before we pull out, but no need because there's no actual traffic on. I'm not actually sure if this is, I think this is a non-modded vehicle. Whoop. Let's just stop at this Bowser. Put a bit of juice in. And I generally don't tend to refill them completely, the fuel tanks, because when they get to the point where they're 20-25 hours and you want to trade them in, you've already paid for the fuel. So I generally just put enough in to continue with the job in hand. As you can see, soybeans left, soybeans right, and at the main farm there's just soybeans. So we'll bring the combines down here. That'll probably be the next episode that they get worked. I'm going to try and keep these videos between 25 and 35 minutes long. I don't mind making them longer, however, they do take longer to upload, and yeah, people seem to lose interest. So we'll keep them as short as possible. Oh, overstep. I love the zoomed out view at the of the vehicles. It looks so cool, and I can't wait for the next game of this, which is out in November 20th. FS19's out. I cannot wait. I'll be getting that day of release, hopefully. Where am I going? That's the cesspit, the slurry pit's over there. No, that's what I want to do. I've actually got a tank over here that is just a waste of time. So I'm going to empty these and I'm going to sell these because they're just in the way at the moment. So let's refill that. Come on, refill. There we go. That is an unenviable job right there. As some people say, that's shit work. Well, it's all part and parcel. And the best thing is, it's free. It costs nothing apart from a bit of hard labour to feed the cows, which, at the end of the day, is okay by me. I think in the next episode we're going to have to refill that modded TMR station. But we'll return this one back to the machine shed down at Field 20. Once it's refilled, and then we'll bring the other one back. So 30,000 units. Do not go into them. It's not a tyre wall. It looks messy now, but I promise you, as the series goes on, we will get it to a tidy, organised, chaotic mess. I mean organised, yeah, chaos, exactly. Oh, no, there's no spaces for the wall. Right, I'll go over and deal with that in a minute. Full speed ahead. Let's have some beacons. What an incredible game this is. I mean, I cannot... It is amazing. I absolutely adore this game. I'm hoping you enjoy the series so we can continue doing these episodes together. I have a nasty feeling though you're not going to enjoy my play style where I use automatic loading of trailers and where I drive across my crops, and yeah, well, unfortunately that is the way I like there. Alright, let's see if we can reverse this in first time. Right, now onto the auger bin, and I didn't empty the load, so he's not going to be able to unload fully, so we're going to have to do this in 2 parts. So each field yielding roughly 1 lorry load per field, which isn't great. I thought it was normally 2 lorry loads, so about 118,000 litres per field. So basically you can get 1 full train load of 300,000 litres out just through these, but we've got the other smaller fields to go, and we shall see. Got a feeling Harry over there is going to stop, because I'm not going to get to him. Auger out. Come on, come on, come on. Almost. So, go on, empty Harry out. Go on, empty that combine. Come back, finish unloading that one. So let's see. Is it Harry or is it Harriet? Let's see. It's Harriet. Sorry, Harriet. Loving the bandana. So Harriet's got 2 more passes. Well, 1 more pass after this one. And female Quinton over there is going to have the same. Almost empty. Wait for Quinton to make the turn for the final pass, and then we'll line up. Allow her to dump out into the bin. See if the mood took us and the price was right, we could sell straight off into to Mary now, but I prefer just doing it via train. I'm not desperate for money, I'll make my money through silage. Come on. Come on, Quinton, are you going to be alright? Are you going to be able to... That's it, come on, and we'll match speeds. There we go. I can't catch up. Chaser bin's right. Perfect. And we'll go and empty off the remnants of this into the lorry, and then that can go to the station at the earliest convenience. Field 20 looks like it's nearly done. But later on this series, we'll try and chase the combines out the field with the oh, that was wrong key. With the seeders. But we'll just go down and check on them before we wrap up the video. See, one of them's finished. He took the shorter end. So that's field 20 nearly seeded again. And then the next episode it will be reseed field 36 at Mary's, and then after that we shall it'll be down to silage, I believe, and mowing grass and tending to the cows. Let's just jump into Alfie's tractor. He's got 2 more passes and he will be done. If I don't get run over by him, let's get out of his way. Right, that's it, and I think we'll leave this video here. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you're going to stick with it through the series. Thanks very much. I've been HDCarer. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.